right here, I have the Jaxx Stadium wireless speaker. As you can see, it is $7 from Five Below. Changing the LEDs. We're going to go ahead and unbox it and see how good this sounds in real time and talk some tech specs. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. So this right here is everything that comes inside the box. You have the instructions right here. You have the actual USB, micro USB, and USB-A on the other end. Unfortunately, it's not USB-C, but that's fine because it comes with the cord. And I'm sure a lot of people that shop at Five Below already have cords. We have right here the power on button and then the DC. That's where the actual charger is. And this is the speaker itself. Pretty simplistic looking speaker, if you ask me. It does look a little cheap, but you do have to understand it is Jaxx, and they tend to make cheaper products that go to Five Below. Again, I can't tell you the exact release date because I do think these are typically recycled headphones over time. So as soon as you turn this on, you hear the noise. Okay, so it sounds like it's already in sync mode, and you can see the color scheme right here, though it's very, very light. It looks brighter. You know what's funny? This actually looks brighter in the camera of the iPhone than it does in real life, and that's odd, very, very odd. But it looks like it changes blue or green or something like that. Now we're talking about tech specs. It's not much to it. It's Bluetooth 5.0. We have 2 hours, about hour and a half to 2 hours of playtime, depending on the volume. And also the charge time is also about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So again, it's not much to it. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys basically how to sync it to a phone in real time. So the syncing process is going to be very simplistic, like I talked about a moment ago. You're just going to turn the speaker around, go ahead and power it on. There you go. And then I have the phone right here already ready. So we're going to go to the settings. Right now I'm using a Bluetooth, an Android device to sync this. This process is exactly the same with actual Apple devices, in case you're wondering. It's the same with laptops. It's the same with anything that requires Bluetooth, so be aware of that. So right here, it's called the Bluetooth Stadium speaker. I'm gonna go ahead and sync that right now, and I'm gonna press OK. For Apple people, it'll automatically sync when you click it. You don't have to verify anything, like OK. We are synced that fast, and as a matter of fact, because we're listening to it for the first time, it's already at 80%. These typically come pre-charged already. So right here, we're going to go ahead and just play some music real fast. Now the music that I'm about to play is actually YouTube friendly music. If you're wondering where it is, if you have YouTube Studio on the PC or Mac, whatever you use it on, you just scroll down. I think it's called Sound or Music, and it's actually a free list of music that you can use and play and sample and use for your YouTube videos. So this should be safe for this channel. So with that being said, let's go ahead and play this one. I don't know. It's asking me to open it up. Here we go. It's about halfway. All right, let's listen to that together, see how good it sounds. Okay. Not much bass. No, not much bass at all, to be honest with you. Background noises are clear enough. Like there's no static or anything. Let's go ahead and turn it up, test it. Okay. It's not that, as it gets louder, it was slightly distorted, not by much, because I can hear it in real time versus the video. The background music isn't bad or anything. Let's try something else and see if here we are. Okay. Okay, the music doesn't sound bad at all. I think that some people are actually going to like how this speaker sounds in real time. The issue that I have, though, is that a lot of these Five Below speakers don't have music clarity, meaning when different instruments are being played in the background, normally you could differentiate the individual sounds, especially if you have things like FL Studio. And, you know, typically music lovers want to hear things the way it's supposed to be heard. And granted, it did sound a little distorted. The volume for the speaker isn't super loud. So like if you was to turn this up and then you had 2 people or 3 people talking in a room, friends laughing, it's probably going to overpower the music for the most part. You'll still be able to hear it and everything, but it's not for gatherings. It's not for that type of environment. I would say this is something that's better just to sit on the side of your bed stand if you have it hooked up to your Bluetooth as a, I guess an alarm clock in a sense, but you would have to keep it plugged up because it only has that 1.5 to 2 hour battery life, which isn't really that good. Again, because I use speakers to actually make my music on FL Studio, I don't always use headphones. Sometimes I just like playing loud speakers and subwoofers. Obviously, I can't compare it to that, but I wouldn't be able to get the quality of sound that I want out of this speaker, even just listening to regular music. Because if the songs that I just played, I'll be honest with you, if I would have played that in any other circumstance, it would have been a lot smoother. It would have sounded a lot better, even on just $10 or $15 speakers. Now, I will say I'm stuttering a little bit. What I will say to you guys is that even though I'm comparing these to more expensive speakers, normally something like this would cost you $20 in an FYE back in the day. So that's why I'm being very harsh on the criticism. And because it's being sold at Five Below, yes, I do understand that, it's a cheap store and they normally sell cheap products, but I just got to be realistic. And I've done better speakers on this channel that was from Five Below. Not saying the price is bad, but we'll talk about that in the next section in I guess you could say closing arguments. So to answer your question, is this actually worth the $7? Yes, absolutely. The reason being is the people that are watching these type of videos aren't looking to buy Bose. They're not looking to buy Anchor. They're not looking to buy Beats, Pill, Buds, and things like that. Now, what I will say, like always, is that if you're looking for a subwoofer set that has like a higher wattage that can be hooked up to a computer or a headphone jack or Bluetooth, check Micro Center. That's what I always say. But because this is Five Below, this is a local store that is found practically everywhere, especially in Philadelphia, Upper Darby, Springfield, different places, right? It's not bad for the price tag. Though what I will say, the 1.5 to 2 hour battery life is always terrible. I would think that 4 to 5 hours or 5 to 8 is more ideal for any headset, to be honest with you. If you're keeping it plugged up, that's a different scenario, though you don't want to burn it out. If you're playing loud music, rock music, different things. I did try other music after I did my little music portion right here. It just didn't sound very good. Like for me, if I play Korn, if I play a couple Linkin Park songs, I can really determine if I like the speaker. Like rap music is one thing. It's another thing when you do different vocals, like screaming tracks and yelling and growls and different stuff like that. Like I like trying out different genres of music. It's just that, copyright protections, I can't do that on video. It's average for Five Below. It's not that good. I've come across speakers that were better at Five Below, that were louder, richer. I don't like the fact that this right here, even though it's this changing LED, yeah, you can see it changing here and there. But the problem is that it's just very, very faint. Like, to be honest, the iPhone camera that I have is doing a better job of showing you the quality of the lighting than the actual me looking at it in person. Now, that could just be a defective model. I'm not too sure. But again, if you've seen my channel, there are other products that I could suggest that do sound better than this. But for the aesthetic, I mean, I would appreciate this as a gift if someone was to give it to me that didn't know anything about speakers and I never had one. This would be my starting point, like my little starter kit. Then I would move myself up. But anyway, like always, like and subscribe. I should have said this earlier in the video. Timestamps are in the description for those that want to see it. I will see you guys in the next one.